Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of 10 Minute Marvel. Last week we talked about all those characters who might have their stories rebooted, and I think some of these characters that we're going to talk about this week might fall into the same category, but we're going to talk about characters who potentially might be dying, maybe possibly during Doomsday and Secret Wars. So, that's going to be our big topic, with, of course, news and rumors to come as well. I know that I'm making it through Doomsday. I've seen the script. I'm Petter, and I can't spoil what's going to happen to my co-host.
Uh, I'm gonna redcon as always, everybody. It's Greg, and thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. We appreciate it. We are. I'm coming off of a just got back from a trip, so I'm switching modes here. I'm going from parenting mode into Marvel mode. So bear with me. It's gonna take a few gear changes. But if you're looking for ways to support us, you can find us on our YouTube channel. Search 10 Minute Marvel. Give us a like and thumb smash that subscribe button. Find and follow us on Facebook and that thing with the next hashtag 10 Minute Marvel there. And of course, you can leave a rating and review wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcast from. All right, Petter,
Yes.
are we doing news? Are we doing rumors first? Or,
We're going to do the main. Nope, we're going to do rumors first.
ooh, I was like, we're
Yep.
gonna do the main topic and then spice it up a little bit. All
Yeah.
right.
Um, so first off, first rumor, this one from My Time to Shine. Hello. Steve
Hello.
traveling back through time and staying with Peggy has caused, or it's like one of the reasons causing an incursion. I feel like this is fair. He got scot-free in Civil War with no real reason except that he was Captain America. So he deserves the blame for these incursions.
I like this actually. I think because it does we've wanted that story. We've kind of wanted
Mhm.
something from his journey, and I like that he has triggered something, and I think that that can cause some problems like internally for a Captain
Yeah.
America, the old Captain America.
Yes.
So
Yep.
I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
But
So speaking,
that's all I want to know about it.
Mhm.
That's literally all I want to know about it. So
Yeah. I I mean I put this very much in the camp of rumor. Obviously, Chris Evans has not been confirmed to be in Doomsday or Secret Wars at this point in time. We suspect that he will be.
I think there was somebody on the roster of Christopher Smevens that signed up. Is that correct? I'm pretty
No, it was Luke
sure.
Cage. I remember
Oh,
from
that's
last
right.
week.
Luke Cage. That's right. God, it's been a hot week.
Yeah. So, speaking of Doomsday, it's going to have several different teams. I'm pretty sure when we went through all the chairs, I kind of talked about some of the different teams, but these are the ones that pop up on the rumors. This rumor coming from the Cosmic Circus. We're going to have the Avengers. Now, this is the Sam Wilson Avengers. We're going to have the new Avengers, which were formerly known as the Thunderbolts. We're going to have the Fantastic Four. We're going to have Team Loki, the X-Men, and Doom's team.
Okay, Team Loki.
Yeah,
We're talking, I'm assuming
Loki.
Loki. Um, uh, what the hell is her name?
Sylvie,
Enchantress? Sylvie. I was like, no, okay, Sylvie. Um,
Hunter
and then I'm,
B13,
yep, and then
Morbius,
that's Morbius. I'm thinking, what about
Obi.
Obi? Anybody else?
Um,
Todd? Was it Todd? Who was that one? Did he die? Who was the guy that they tortured for a while? Was that
oh,
Todd?
yeah, I forget who that was, but yeah, I think
Someone
he's
might,
dead.
is he? I
Think
can't
so.
remember.
I'm trying to think. I'm honestly, this is the spot I could see dropping in Deadpool and Wolverine. I think they'd make sense kind of on the multiversal side of things,
Hmm.
especially since they've been to the Void and interact with the TVA. I'm trying to think who else potentially has interacted with the TVA. This could be the team that Steve's on too. If
What about Victor Timely? I think they'll
no,
I think they would
I don't
dare.
think there's a
Do
chance.
they dare?
No,
I
I
mean,
0% chance.
oh, but I
That might
kind of
be
like it.
slightly high.
I don't mind him as just that, like not as
Yeah,
Kang and just like he's that character,
yeah.
but.
Yeah, then we have three different rumors for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Oh, yes, it is. The first one, it comes from the Direct, and the Direct itself is a scooper scoop aggregator. So take this. This is the one that I take kind of with the biggest grain of salt. Bruce, well, one of the two that I take with the biggest grain of salt. But Bruce Banner will become the Savage Hulk in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Oh, yes, it is. Do you think they're going to have the Hulk kind of revert back again? Or do you think that since we've had a smarter Hulk for as long as we have, that that it would feel weird to course correct?
I are you wait, are you asking, do you think they're gonna actually use that Hulk, or are they gonna keep Smart Hulk? Or
Do you think it would feel, do you think it would make sense for that change to happen at this point?
um
Like, what, I'm trying to think in my head, like, what would make sense for Hulk to become a pissed off Savage Hulk again that could be done in a Spider-Man film?
I maybe they finally do something with Scar. Scar dies, he freaks out.
I,
I don't like it, but that's
so
like my first
unearned.
thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It's a good way to put it. Um, I don't know. Like,
Yeah. This seems like
I think,
somebody
well,
wishes that would happen.
I think course correction isn't such a bad idea. I don't know what else you do with Banner at this point. Like,
Yeah. But I
or
think, like, wasn't Banner and Hulk on the kind of our reboot or reset list last
yeah,
week? So to me, just let him be kind of that side character on one of the teams or adjacent to what the events happening in Doomsday and stuff like that. And post Secret Wars, that's when I do the reset.
I will say more in the main topic.
All right. Um, so then a couple potential castings here. The first one here comes without a source, and I just want to double check. So this is from the InSnyder. There we go, got my source. So now it's less questionable. She is going to, Carrie Coon is going to be playing a villain in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Oh, yes, it is. That gives potentially, I mean, we've heard a number of different villains. Tombstone, Scorpion, Ramrod, Boomerang, and now she's potentially playing a villain as well.
Wait, what was that name again?
Carrie Coon.
Carry with the C.
Sure. Yes.
Got it.
Now, it's possible you just gender swap Boomerang. I don't think that anybody, okay, I was going to say, I don't think anybody would complain. People will complain,
Like, oh, I don't
but
know. I
It's,
mean, that's
it's a
hopeful.
yeah, it's a one-off likely villain for this film. So why not? I prefer that than add in yet another villain unless it's okay, this is just a big old team of villains and we're going to see six different ones, but only two are really the villains. The rest are
Yeah.
just kind of part of a gang.
I'm looking up her. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. I guess gender swap. Who cares? Do it.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, I mean to me it's not gender swapping. It's just doing something different with the character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would say if anybody has a big issue about it, because they're such a huge Boomerang fan, I doubt that you were such a huge Boomerang fan until this news came out.
who is a huge Boomerang fan? I don't know anything
People in
about Boomerang.
Australia,
Okay. I mean that's
but that's a
very
different type of Boomerang.
that's stereotyping. Jeez,
Yes,
better.
yes, it is. I apologize to our listener in Australia.
Yes.
I don't know if we
Okay.
have any. If you are, let us know.
That'd be awesome. I would love to
Yeah.
know. And yeah. She's been in The White Lotus. She's been in Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, Another Happy Day, which is not a sequel to Happy Days, the show. Because that's where my mind went. I'm also older than most people probably that listen to the podcast. Um,
You could have just stopped at than most people.
uh, oh, she was in What If? She was Proxima Midnight. Oh,
Uh,
she is Proxima Midnight. That's
oh, she is? Okay.
Yeah. I was like,
So
wait,
that,
did you say that? And I totally just wasn't listening to you.
nope.
Yeah, she was legitimately Proxima Midnight.
So is she going to be back as Proxima Midnight then?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
Like, has Proxima Midnight, because um I know that, like, now that you're saying that she was Proxima Midnight, it it doesn't really trigger anything of, oh yeah, she, like, I remember it was her, but I remember that there was some, like, pay issue that she had
hmm,
with Marvel. So I believe she was only in,
it was the same. It was ScarJo stuff, right? Wasn't it kind of some of that?
no,
Like same
uh
timing, maybe?
S- Well, so she wasn't in Endgame and Infinity War, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh, well, she was definitely in Infinity War because she
Was
approximately midnight. Oh wait,
was she
yeah,
in Endgame and but not in Infinity War? No?
because she so Scarlett Johansson, I think, and Valkyrie fought her in Wakanda. Am I thinking of the right person? I thought that was Proxima Midnight. And like that thing rolls over her, one of those huge. I remember having
So
like a lot of teeth on it or something like that. It was like
so
a
she is, her voice is used in Endgame, and she is uncredited in there. If I Now I have to find Infinity War on here. So she is in Infinity War, not in Endgame, because of contract. Like, she wanted more money for it. So I don't know precisely. I don't know all the details, but I knew that she wasn't in one of them. So she doesn't die as part of Thanos's army that gets snapped away by Tony, because she's not there in that battle.
yeah, voice unaccredited for Proxima
Yeah,
Midnight. That's weird. Why just her voice? Why?
because they could probably legally use, because it was probably a line
Oh,
from Infinity War that they used.
and they just had whoever. Well, yeah.
They didn't show her.
Okay.
And so my guess is it's when they go back in time and they just reused a line somewhere. So, first off, that is interesting that she's back. If she is Proxima Midnight, and I mean, that would be kind of wild, but I'd also kind of like her to show up in maybe a post-credit scene. Like, she's a known villain, but in the post-credit scene, we get like Doom picking her up, like adding, or a Thanos from a different universe picking her up and adding her to the Black Cabal or
Mm,
something like that, or Doom's team.
yeah, there you go. It's not. She's not technically in the Black Cabal, right? In the original story,
Hmm.
I feel like it's somebody else
Yeah.
that's in there. I don't. Black Swan is in it. Is that who it was? But I'm just wondering, would they swap them out? I don't know. Just rather than
Yeah.
introduce a new character, use Proxima Midnight and do it that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
All good stuff. Good stuff. Either way.
Hmm. So let's see. Trying to figure out who is in the Cabal. Black Swan, Corvus Glaive, Maximus, Proxima Midnight is in the Cabal.
Oh, is she?
Yep. So I'd love them to kind of set up something like that, or set up an idea like that. Like, okay, Doom is grabbing the bad people from across the universes,
Hmm.
just as an end credit scene. And
Who
yeah,
wouldn't want to see some more Proxima Midnight? I sure would.
so the final rumor, this one comes from Cinema Solace, and I believe it might have popped up a couple other spots as well. But Joe Keery is rumored to have joined the cast of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Oh, yes, it is. There was one that tossed out the idea that potentially as a Harry Osborn.
Good old Steve, best hair in the business.
Mhm.
Um,
Obviously, he can film that now since Stranger Things has wrapped.
so many years later.
Yep.
And his album is done, and he has probably toured for it. So he also put an album out, if you haven't known that.
I did not.
I haven't listened to it.
All right.
I've heard one song. It's okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what's your thoughts on him as a Harry Osborn? Does that make sense?
I like it. I mean, I think I like him. I because I'm kind of picturing what he did in Stranger Things, and his
Hmm.
character was kind of cocky, kind of nerdy, kind of I don't. and vulnerable at times, I guess maybe, but I
Hmm.
think if you can just if he can just tap into a little bit more evil sinister mixed with what I've seen him do in Stranger Things, I feel like that character that he could play is really good. I think it
Yeah.
fits.
And I
So,
don't think it needs to even necessarily be more evil sinister because like Harry spends a decent amount of time in the comics as not the super bad guy.
right.
Like he's just a rich kid. I kind of like that idea of that vulnerable, um, cocky, but like that vulnerability is underneath the surface that he's always trying to hide
Hmm.
because he has to kind of keep that persona up.
Yeah.
Honestly, a whole lot like we saw from Harry in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah. There's that vulnerability, insecurity side to him that will eventually maybe drive him to a darker side, if you will. And sometimes I don't like that,
Hmm.
but I think if you can write it correctly, just as anything,
Hmm.
it's got to be believable and it's got to have like real feelings and reasoning behind it.
Hmm.
Because it's otherwise such a hard shift to go from, hey, my best friend Harry to now my best friend Harry is trying to kill me or
Yep.
hates me or whatever. And so it's got to be pretty legit in my book.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And
Not when it's not a
honestly,
comic, when it's not in the
mm,
cartoon fashion, right? When it's
mhm,
more when the live action is what I'm mainly
yeah.
talking about.
Well, and I think with the idea of it potentially being, say, Joe Keery, I'd hope that you'd say, "Hey, Joe, we're going to tell your arc over these next three films and really give it some time." Like, I don't want it to just be like an introduction and then halfway through the film he changes.
Right. And what actor wouldn't say yes to a three picture deal with Marvel right
Hmm.
now?
I mean, I think there are probably some, but
Oh yeah.
there's probably some
Okay.
who just have a little bit of concerns about box office numbers and stuff like that, though. As I went to my rant last week, Marvel is considering Fantastic Four a success, making like a good success, making 500 million because that's what box offices are right now. It
Hmm.
doesn't, it's not a superhero fatigue. It's not anything. It's people just don't go to theaters after opening weekend after COVID.
Mm.
There's a super rare exception to like Barbenheimer hype, but that's about it. So that's it for the rumors. Um, let's talk news and D23, D25, as you would know it, Greg.
Yep.
It looks like the Marvel Studios showcase event is like the first thing that kicks off D23. So August 30th at 9:15 a.m. East
So
Eastern time. So
oh, so it's
7:15. No, more than that.
no, it's one
No.
hour ahead in Eastern to Central.
Yeah, but that 9:15 doesn't make sense to me because it has
Be
the
8:15 our time.
right, but that would be 6:15 West Coast.
Pacific. Yeah.
So no, it has to be 9:15 West Coast time. Whoever had the person I grabbed it from definitely was wrong about that because they're
I'm
nowhere they're doing a like the kickoff big fan event at 6:15 in the morning.
who
So
yeah,
even
that's
9:15 in the morning is weird.
yeah.
But
So they're starting it rather
yeah,
than kind of bookending it.
generally it's been the evening of the first day.
Hmm. So strategy or just they don't have much?
I kind of think probably they don't have a ton. We'll talk about maybe some of our guesses, hopes, aspirations for it next week. So I won't dive into too much what I think it might be. I suspect, and we talked about this in the rumors last week that they were gonna do another big announcement of characters.
Hmm.
I don't think that that is necessarily going to happen, though. Now I'm curious about something here. I
Are
gotta
they
do.
are they going to do the chairs again and start it at 9:15 and then it ends somewhere in the afternoon? I don't
No.
really think that's going to happen. I'm just
So what I was looking up here is 9:15 start time on the Pacific time is currently 5:15 in London, so in the UK. So if they're still filming in the UK, it could be something where they put the people up on the screen, like
Oh,
from the set or from location, something like that.
okay. Oh, Cutter, you might be
Because
onto something here. Hot
I,
scoop.
if I'm right, um, tell your friends that this is the podcast that gets these random things right because we look up time zones. So,
Because we look up and research during the podcast
yes.
rather than before.
Yep. I will say you can go back and listen to the episodes that I was doing by myself with WandaVision. And as far as I know, I'm still the only person who figured out that the helicopter was a drone before it happened, and that the beekeeper suit was a hazmat suit before it happened.
That
Gonna
is,
keep on hanging my hat on that.
I can back him up on that, people. We chatted about it.
hmm
So,
So then a different panel, Sony Pictures is going to be having a panel at New York City Comic Con on October 11th. I expect, I mean, obviously we still have a bunch of time. I'd expect that they'd have a little bit of footage from Brand New Day
mm,
of some sort, probably spoiling too much, knowing Sony.
something on the tank, I'm sure.
hmm Yeah. And then, of course, people are wondering about the next Spider-Verse. Sure, they probably will show the tease that they already kind of teased that one time again. Do you think they're going to talk about anything like, and we're going to have animated films for Spider-Woman, Spider-Punk, and Venom coming out too? Do you think they'd tease that there? It feels
Yes.
early. Well, it feels early, but also it's Sony.
Yeah. I mean, their ability to, their hype machine, I think, has a little sense of desperation to it. So they want people to kind of
Yeah,
get on
it's
board early.
mhm. I mean, it's so weird because of the fact that they don't have any live action Spider-Man projects or like Spider Universe projects in the hopper at all for the first time in years. So,
Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe
oh,
they're
hopefully
it's
it's
a
a good
hopeful
thing.
thing. There we go.
Yes. Yep.
Hopeful.
Then Marvel Zombies is going to be starting airing September 24th. I believe it has been confirmed that it's a weekly drop, but that could change, of course.
Hmm. Was there an
But
episode amount? I don't
4
remember.
episodes.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
just
Hopefully
looking
they're
at it,
long.
yeah, I'm hoping 45 minutes to an hour, but that'd be the 24th, then the 1st, then the 8th, and the 15th. I still don't get it why they don't start it on the 8th. Go 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th. Lead right up to Halloween.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But it's the right season for it, so I won't complain. I'm excited for it. There's, I believe, talk that like America Chavez, um, Kamala Khan, and Dominic Thorne are all like buddies in the show, and Scarlet Witch, Zombie Scarlet Witch, is going to be kind of the main antagonist.
Hmm.
So
Ooh, which I like that because
yeah,
she
that's
actually frightens me quite a bit.
yeah, Zombie
And
Scarlet Witch is terrifying.
like whoever thought of that is like genius because
Mhm.
honestly, like not only is she just unstable, but now she's a zombie. Like, you kidding me?
Yep. And she still has her powers.
Yeah. Oh,
Then the final piece of news, Ryan Reynolds shared an Avengers symbol with the Anarchy A over it. This, of course, leading to speculation he's going to be in Doomsday or Secret Wars. I kind of always assumed he would.
yeah, it's not a long shot at
hmm
all. Do I love it? I don't know.
I mean, I don't think he, I think he's going to be in them. I don't think he's going to be a major player.
No, I don't want him to take me out of the story.
hmm
And that's what kind of the fourth wall breaking thing does.
hmm
So I don't know.
Post-credit scene.
Fine. That's
Yeah.
probably the best place for it.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be.
Or just kill him off right away.
Mhm.
Can he do that?
Or trap him away somewhere, banish him to the void at the end of time, let him be stuck there.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, do something early with him or toss him in the end in a post-credit scene.
hmm
So,
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like with Deadpool and Wolverine, there was definitely fourth wall breaking, but I felt like they didn't overdo it in that movie as much as sometimes.
I'm trying to, yeah, I guess. I think it was more, it's like the side comments that would really,
Yeah.
the references, side comments that kind of pull you out. You're right. Rather than
Yeah.
straight at the camera. There's not as many of
hmm
those.
Yeah. And obviously, I think some of it is we went into that movie just expecting them. So when they happened, it was like, okay, yep, it
Yeah,
happened.
right. You are expecting it. Whereas
hmm
if you're in an Avengers movie, you're not expecting to be taken out of the Avengers movie for a
hmm
joke, right? So,
Yep. Yeah. So I think they'd have to balance that out real carefully. Also, Doomsday and Secret Wars are not going to be R-rated. So
yeah,
you have to
right.
plan around that as well. So that's it for the news. Like I said, our main topic are characters who will die in Doomsday and or Secret Wars and
All of
or
them.
both.
We're done. All
Uh, the real caveat to that is die and stay dead. Like
oh.
if they come back, it will be recast, something like that.
Okay, so what did you do some of each? Are we gonna talk whether those are just dead dead? It's all just dead dead.
Um, I think as I look at my list, I think there's probably some who might just stay dead, at least for a while. Um, and then maybe a few who, yeah, if they die in Doomsday, they might get recast after Super Wars.
Okay.
But who do you want to kick us off with there, Greg? Who are you killing off?
Before I go into the larger group, I'm gonna stab you right through the heart, and I'm gonna say Gambit's going down. Channing Tatum is
I'm
is he's not dead dead though. I'm gonna consider him a recast.
Yes. Uh, Honestly, I fully expect him to be recast. He's in these films, right? He was one of the names on the chair.
Yes.
So I think that that is very plausible that he doesn't make it out of Doomsday. He doesn't make it out of the first one.
Could you imagine though if he did? Like, I
Mhm.
mean, what a win for Channing Tatum. Like
Yes.
on a whim in a movie, he gets put in there just for fun, just
Yep.
for some poops and tickles, and then sure enough, he scores a pic like more pictures out of it, more of
Yep.
a larger deal. Like,
Oh yeah.
good for him.
Yes.
But
I but I'm very much a-okay with that because yeah, I don't think he should be Gambit going into post Secret Wars. So why would I really want him to make it out of it?
yeah,
Like, I don't want him to survive and then have a Doctor Who-esque scene of regenerating and swapping actors.
right.
Yeah. So no, that one
I
didn't hurt too bad.
Okay, not the bad shoot. I kind of
No.
wanted to was trying to get some payback for something that I'm
Mhm.
sure you've said
Oh, I've said so many things.
so
Yeah.
much, talk so much trash. Um,
What about one from my list is
yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Um,
I
eh,
I I think for a couple different reasons. The movies have done okay-ish, but I don't think Brie Larson loves it, and she clearly doesn't have great chemistry with a lot of the other actors.
yeah,
So,
I I agree. Like sometimes it comes down to just what I'm thinking about the actual actor,
mhm.
and but I agree. Like the chemistry kind of lacks, but she's really not.
She
Besides
hasn't
the
done much.
Marvels,
Yeah.
it's just she doesn't hasn't been given much. And if I was her, I'd be
Mhm.
like, I'll kind of go do my own thing,
Yeah.
away from Marvel
Yeah.
and just continue her acting career
Mhm.
separate. But
Yeah. And I
so I
think
will say, yeah, I think she's a dead dead.
Yeah, I think she's a dead, and if they want to bring back a Captain Marvel, Brie or well, I was gonna say Brie Larson, but that's not the character's name. Carol
Carol
Danvers.
Danvers.
If they
Yeah.
want to bring Carol Danvers into the MCU again in 5 years, recast, sure. But I think that Captain Marvel would be a character who is dead for at least a little while.
I think they got to be really careful about just how powerful
Yes.
you for who you bring back
Yes.
because it's hard to write those people in. But I mean, if you're gonna have Magneto, he's super powerful, right?
Hmm.
So there's that makes an exception to my own rule, which I don't like. So,
But I would disagree, though. It doesn't make an exception to it because with Magneto, with Xavier, they always write heavy character level, emotional level conflict.
okay.
They didn't with Captain Marvel, even in the Marvels, where she's supposed to be having more of this. You see more conflict in Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau than you do in Carol Danvers. So I
Well, I mean, remember, she was the one that caused all of I mean, all the people's like displacement and homes being destroyed, and she
mhm.
really remorsed for that. Now, did they write it well? Is that what you're
I
saying?
don't think,
Like,
yeah, I don't think they wrote it great, and I don't think she pulled, like Brie Larson, the actor, I don't think she pulled it off great. Nor do I think they really spent enough time kind of ruminating on that because she finds out that she caused all these problems 65% of the way through the film.
mm,
So I I honestly think that that's been the issue with both Captain Marvel films is she hasn't had the character conflict for it. And I think that there were fairly simple things that could have been done to make it more interesting in both of them. Ryan Airy from Screen Crush was like, Captain Marvel would have been a better film had we, as the audience, known that it was uh, Jude Law's character Darben, who like had had been there originally when she got her powers, and that she's basically been kidnapped.
mm,
And instead of the whole movie, us being like, okay, well, who's it going to be? Probably the Kree, because it's fairly obvious. We're just watching and going, come on, figure it out. Like, these people aren't actually good for you. When you get, what do you need to piece this together?
yeah.
Becomes a more interesting story that way. And I think the same can be said for the Marvels, where if Carol Danvers and us as, even if just us as the audience had known what had happened to the Supreme Intelligence and the implications of that, I think that would have been more interesting too, because it creates this like, oh yeah, she really doesn't get it. Like she doesn't understand what she has wrought upon the universe. What's going to be her reactions, her thoughts when she truly understands that? And you can play with that more emotional side of things.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my mini rant for this part of it.
And thanks for listening, everybody. We are just kidding.
Who's your
Um,
next one? Unless you have anything you want
I
to add there.
well, no, I got nothing else. I think what you said about the Marvels and Captain Marvel is pretty spot on. So, um,
I know, I'm good.
I I, I know. Um, I want to just honestly say like all the Fox X-Men. I'm just gonna just take a big old swoop and knock all of them out, with the exception of Hugh Jackman.
I'm going to take it one step further.
Okay.
All the Fox X-Men,
You think?
including Hugh Jackman. Now, his character might not die in the traditional sense, but he's not going to come over to the main MCU timeline.
Oh, so where is he gonna be?
He could just stay in the void, like, or uh, because my assumption is still the void is going to be where Battle World takes place or Secret Wars takes place. And so maybe he just stays there to kind of help patrol and police things.
Mm, I don't think they'd leave him there. It's just like,
Or they could throw him into another universe and
yeah.
just he could be like, you know what, when Deadpool or somebody is like, you should come with us. He's like, no, I've done it for long enough. Franklin, send me somewhere where I can retire.
Mm, God. Okay, here's what I want is that he doesn't come over. What I
Hmm.
believe they will do is they still want him around and they'll keep him and figure out what to do with him later. Like I feel like they're gonna, I don't know, like
That's why I
because
think leaving him in the void works because he's then in a spot where you know where he is. If you really want to unwrap the bubble wrap on Hugh Jackman, but I also just don't know how much Hugh Jackman wants to continue doing this
Right,
at
right.
this point. So
Mhm.
yeah, I like
I
honestly,
don't
I
know.
didn't have them like the X-Men, original X-Men on the list at all because whether or not they die in Doomsday, which I still like, my theory has been the whole time that the new Avengers, in an attempt to save the day, are going to weaponize Sentry and send him to the other universe where he's going to blow up that Earth and destroy that Earth. Um, and they think they're going to be doing the right thing, which will then kick off a whole bunch of other issues. So my thoughts has always been there's a decent chance they all die, and or if they don't and they are part of Secret Wars, that there's going to be a some line, some conversation maybe between Xavier and Franklin of your world needs different X-Men than us. Like we can't be the heroes for the universe that is being created now. Something like that, where Xavier understands kind of the big implication of it.
Mm.
But yes, I agree.
I had a thought about when you
Hmm.
said they send Sentry to destroy the other planet.
Hmm.
Are they just gonna, do they think that if they send Sentry there and Sentry becomes the Sentry or the Void and they
Hmm.
that Earth falls into the Void like completely, do they think that maybe that will stop the incursion from happening because it's in a different dimension?
I think that,
I'm not saying that's what you were saying.
yeah.
I'm just like it was a random like, oh, what if it's
Hmm.
this? And
Yeah.
so like that's what the new Avengers thought is, which is just maybe not how it works,
Hmm.
but that's what they're thinking will work. So I don't know. That was just my random.
Yeah.
Could it be this?
Yeah, no, I kind of like that idea or something like that because
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing this intentionally, like maliciously. I think that they're doing this I guess it is kind of intentional
Well,
and malicious because they know what's going to happen, but they're doing it because they don't see any other option.
right. And it's the best idea that they have
Right.
because they're not
They're
Reed
not
Richards. They're
thinkers.
not right. So, okay, segue.
Yeah.
U.S. agent.
John Walker?
I I think John Walker's I just don't know where New Avengers. I just don't know about the New Avengers as a whole. It feels like it's going to be a short one, a short run for them, but I
Yeah.
don't see U.S. Agent needing to stick around. And as much as I really kind of enjoy that character and what
Yeah.
Wyatt Russell does, I
Yeah.
just and how much your beard reminds me of what he actually has for a beard. I just don't think he's going to stick around. I think he's dead dead.
Interesting. I think that he could stick around, though. Yeah, there are some characters, U.S. Agent, Ghost,
Red Guardian. I think David
Red
Harbour is
Guardian.
gonna go.
I I am not sure with David Harbour though, because Red Guardian is a pretty well beloved character.
It's just another
Um,
super soldier though. Like,
Yeah, but he's kind of the comedy character. He's a good character to have around for stuff like that. And honestly, David Harbour seems like the type of actor who's like, yeah, give me a role where I can just be kind of out of shape and loud and but I have a heart. And yeah, I'll just keep playing those things. So, do I think Red Guardian's going to be a major player post Secret Wars? Or even in Doomsday and Secret Wars? No, not really. But I also don't see him being a character that they're gonna kill off.
I think he's fat and they need to trim the fat. I don't mean that he's fat literally. I mean like just in the metaphor of
Hmm.
trimming the fat. I think he's just gonna be one that goes.
Yeah. And my thought would be we're not gonna really even see him there. So why trim a character who, when you bring him back, people will be like, oh, cool, Red Guardian or David Harbour, really.
Yeah, right. We
So
just want David Harbour. That's
yeah,
really
so
what it is.
it's kind of like, there's no real reason to get rid of him because he's not going to be that big a deal. Happy Hogan and Pepper Potts.
Oh, yeah. I think they're done. They're dead, dead. I mean, Pepper Potts is kind of important though to there's some juiciness there with Doom Robert Downey Jr.'s character, right?
Hmm.
And the Iron Man side of it with Pepper Potts. I could see them doing something with that, but Happy
I don't,
Hogan.
yeah. Does she make it out of both movies though? Probably not.
No,
And
no.
this is one Happy Hogan, who knows if they recast, but if they reset an Iron Man with a different actor,
Do they need Happy Hogan?
you
Is
don't
it?
need Happy Hogan, probably need Pepper Potts. And so she'd
Yeah,
be a character who get killed and then have somebody else take over that role.
right. Yep. Agreed. Um, I've got a couple, so what do you give me another one? You got another one?
Um, yeah, the real Maria Hill.
Yes.
That we're just gonna
Yes.
say Secret Invasion is
I just
alternate universe.
I just want them to just put Maria Hill back in and just
Yeah,
not say anything, right? Just like she's
they
in
kill her again.
and they kill her again. But like legitimately in a good way with actually some
Yes.
heart behind it, right?
Yep.
But I just think an unforgiving, yeah, she's still alive. Here
Hmm.
she is. And it's just like normal day. She's
Yep.
there with Shield. She's in it. Nobody questions it.
Or with Sword.
Or with Sword. Yeah.
Yeah, Shield doesn't exist anymore. But yeah. So obviously that one's a bit of a joke. Why don't you toss out another one?
Okay, let's talk about Bruce Banner. Let's talk about the Hulk a
Hmm.
little bit.
Yeah.
Um, I I think it is a welcome change. I just don't know how you get rid of him other than I guess unless Doom if Doom is truly that powerful, obviously, then just gets him out of existence somehow, and then another Bruce Banner is recast.
Yeah.
But this time it's a different path, you know?
Yep.
Like this, it's a fresh cut, new, new, angry, always angry kind of thing. Hard control, hard to keep control on it. There's no
Hmm.
smart Hulk. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. It's honestly like Mark Ruffalo, great for the Hulk that we have had.
yeah,
But if we're gonna go Savage Hulk, let's recast it.
yeah, yep. I I just think there's a lot of good stuff in there that you could do if you
Hmm.
can take it in that direction. And that's what people want to see. They want to see some
Hmm.
Hulk and they want to see it's just a good character. It's lots of
Yeah.
emotion into it and
Hmm.
depth. So
Yep.
and things to smash. So much
Hmm.
smashing can happen. They've
Hmm.
lost so much smashing ability.
Yes, yes, they have. What about Hawkeye?
Mm,
I put him down on the list as one who I mean, there's talk of Hawkeye season two, but could that get shot next year and be out before Secret Wars happens?
I don't
Yeah,
see why not.
yeah.
Yeah.
They could pretty comfortably do that. And I just feel like at this point in time, I think they're better off recasting and kind of redoing that character because I'm not like I was gonna say unless we kill off his family, but that already happened and he went Ronin. So like what are they going to do with that character now to progress it even further?
Right. I could see some people being upset by getting rid of Jeremy Renner
Only
because
because they
because of
want
his
to keep
situation, right? Because it'd be
oh
almost be like a pity vote kind of thing.
I I mean, I think if he gets a second season of Hawkeye, I don't think that I mean, yeah,
That's the redemption, I think, right there, right?
yeah.
If you can give him a second season of Hawkeye where it's a it's a nice send off.
Hmm. I was gonna
Kate Bishop,
say,
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that my thought on why people would be pissed is because they get rid of Clint Barton and they keep Kate Bishop.
Oh,
But that's a different
right. That yes, easy yes on that.
yeah.
But for the character for just the actor himself, I could see
Hmm.
with I mean, I is he wanting to be done? Probably not. But at
I don't
this
necessarily think so, but I mean, what?
I don't think there's a
Yeah,
play. I agree. I think he needs a refresh. I
yeah.
think so. Give Jeremy Renner his kind of sunset him a little bit. Give him his send off and make it awesome
Hmm.
with another season of Hawkeye or
Yeah, another season
something.
of Hawkeye. Um, do the
Doomsday
scene.
even.
Yeah,
I
do
don't
the
care.
scene from Secret Wars that I had suggested, I think, last week, where it's like him and a Nat from a different universe. Both of them just like break down seeing the other because in her universe it had been Clint who did like actively gave himself up
Hmm.
like Nat did in our universe or
Yeah.
in.
Yep.
and get that really heartfelt scene, and then have both of them go out together in like a blaze of glory.
Oh, yeah, Thelma and Louise style, holding hands.
Who knows? But something like that. So it feels like really good closure. And then you could bring back, honestly, Clint Barton probably falls into the same camp as Carol Danvers. Bring Clint back 5 years after Secret
Hmm.
Wars. There's
Yeah.
no reason to have Clint pop up immediately. If you need a Hawkeye character, you have Kate Bishop, who is just as well entrenched in the comics at this point. So it's only the people who refuse to believe that any comic book has been written after like 1995 who will have an issue with it.
Right.
Sorry, two people who, for any sort of reason, literally can't read comic books after 1995 because they can't read comic books anymore. Who knows?
Okay.
Here's a dumb thing to say. Let me just keep going.
All right. I'm on to my I just don't know
Mhm.
category of
Okay, let
do
me
you got
do one
more?
more.
Okay.
One last group. Scott Lang, Hank Pym, Janet,
Van Dyne.
Hope.
Oh, yeah.
You can maybe keep Cassie around if you want. Let's just clean cut that Ant-Man line and restart it different in the post-Secret Wars with like a younger Hank Pym, something like that.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, if they did bring an Ant-Man back, I'd be fine. Like
Mhm.
I don't need it. I don't know if they've just kind of exhausted it. If there's nothing that unless somebody can
Well,
bring something unique to it.
I
I
think
haven't
that
read a lot of Ant-Man comic
mhm.
books either, so I don't.
Yeah. And I've read some more, I think, than you have. Uh, I'm very confident I've read more than you have. I think that, like, obviously, Paul Rudd, fantastic comedy actor.
Yep.
Just do an Ant-Man where Ant-Man is and Wasp are part of the Avengers team, and don't do a separate movie. Make them more serious characters and run with them as part of the ensemble for a little bit and set them up as serious characters as compared to what we had before. And I think there's a lot of really good story to tell there.
Okay. All
We've
right.
just only seen the comedy. So
I kind of agree with
it's
that.
it's run its course. And like that's not a negative to Paul Rudd or that cast. It's just comedy is comedy, and oftentimes the more you go back to the well with specific characters for comedies, the less and less return you get.
Yeah.
Because we all expect them to make the same joke that they made in the first movie, and we laugh once or cheer once at the screen when we're like, oh, they said the thing, but it's not actually funny at that point.
Hmm.
They're just kind of saying the thing, which honestly, Deadpool's pushing that at this point too.
Oh, kind of agree there too. Dick and fart jokes, kind of getting old.
hmm
And
There's,
for me, coming from me, that's amazing because I'm all about dick and fart jokes all the time, all day,
yeah,
365,
yep.
nonstop.
hmm
Just, I would agree though. I
Oh,
like it. What were you gonna
oh, the
say?
memes that Greg sends me.
I really you almost gave me like yeah, like you you like solved my problem of Ant-Man, make him more of a serious character and the Wasp. I like
hmm
that because I would that would give me interest in it. There's a little more grit to the character and less of the waiting for the one-liners. And again,
hmm
like you said, nothing against Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly and any of the cast, but I just maybe in that more serious take would make me interested. And yes, toss them right in. Don't give me a separate movie.
hmm
Now you got me on board again. So,
Yeah, like I think of this is a fairly
am I stroking your ego too much tonight? Sorry.
no, well, no, don't worry. It's already as big as it can go. So, um, it makes me think of the Ultimates universe where all the heroes they were trying to be like, oh, everybody's more gritty. This is more grounded in the Ultimates universe, and so all the characters are a little bit more of an a-hole,
Mm.
and Hank is getting pissed off at everybody because he's brought in kind of as the big brain, but Tony Stark keeps on showing him up, and he just like falls more and more into kind of a depression and ends up backhanding the Wasp in Wasp form across the room, and everybody thinks that he's killed Wasp, and they can't find Wasp for a while. And so he gets kicked out, but because there's no body, that's just like, well, we can't actually put you away forever like we probably should. Turns out he didn't kill the Wasp, but she basically manipulated the situation to get out of this bad relationship.
Mm.
And like you don't have to go that dark,
That's-
but there's you can see how there's some interesting things you can do.
yeah. Huh.
And like kind of like as I think about it, it's like, well, I love the idea of he just always feels inadequate, that Tony Stark or whomever on the team is always smarter and able to get to the solution first, and everybody kind of treats him as the second option, and just kind of what that does to his psyche.
Sometimes, yeah. Wish they would write some stuff like that, actually. Let's
Hmm.
can go, but also that's what the comics are for. So whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm, and honestly, the Ultimates, Avengers Ultimates, feels very 1997, which is about, I think, when it came out. But
mm,
it feels kind of dated with how they handle everything. You would have to change it up and tweak it to make it feel a little bit more modern, a little bit less soap opera.
yeah. I think wait, was it 97s or like late 90s, or I thought it was more early 2000s,
Might have been
but
early 2000s. Let
I'm
me
thinking like
look it up.
2010,
No,
20,
that's too
2008.
late. Ultimate Avengers.
And by you saying that, you knocked off one of my just don't know. So
Where is it? All right, what is one of your don't knows then?
Bucky. What do we
Mm,
do with Bucky? I feel like Bucky's kind of run its course. Winter Soldier is he's a congressman for God's sakes now. Like I just
2002. There
okay.
we go.
Um I don't really care about Bucky's story anymore
Hmm.
because Steve Rogers is not around because he can't fall prey to the brainwashing anymore.
Hmm.
He he's not like a super large leader. The only thing I would really like to see more of is, I guess, his redemption of things, maybe like they were kind of doing in his therapy and working through that, but he's kind of already gone through that stuff like he did in the Winter
Hmm.
Soldier or the
Falcon
Falcon and
and
the
the
Winter Soldier. So I just don't I just think it's a good exit point for him.
Yep.
Give him a little bit of a salute on the way out, and
Hmm.
that's good.
Yeah. Have him work with Old Man Cap,
Oh, there you
and
go.
yeah, and
Like,
then recast both.
mm-hmm.
Uh, like it we talked about last week, with the idea of let's reset Captain Steve Rogers, do reset Hydra, reset Shield, get Bucky part of that reset. It just opened those avenues up again that we had closed off.
Let's get Hydra back in and let's let Sam Wilson, Captain America, burn through those guys. Like, or,
Hmm.
like work that problem. Because
Yep.
Hydra's, I don't, it's not
Well,
cosmic as much,
yeah.
you don't think so? Like, I feel like,
I think that Hydra, because of the connection to Red Skull and all of that, is so ingrained in like Steve, but I get what you're going for.
it just matches. It seems like it matches better than him going against a Hulk, for
Yeah.
example. And, um,
Yeah. I see where you're
kind of,
getting at
yeah.
for it.
So,
Who else do you have on that list?
um, my other, I just don't know is do we do something with She-Hulk and Tatiana Maslany? We kind of had this conversation a little bit earlier. I was thinking about just skipping her, but she's my last thing on my list. So quick and dirty,
My
what do you do?
thoughts are she she falls into the same camp as the Red Guardian for me. No, I don't think she moves the needle like David Harbour does. People would be like, "Oh yeah, that's a fun character for Red Guardian," but I don't see a need to kill her off. And I mean, if anything, she maybe falls into the reboot or reset category, and you barely even have to do that. You're just like, hey, here's She-Hulk.
Can we not do
And
the fourth wall breaking thing? Is that so ingrained in her character that we can't go past that, and then we can just get her into the
I think if it is a purely her property,
sure,
that is so ingrained into it. I think if she's, say, you do West Coast Avengers and she's a side character, like part of the team, but not one of the major characters on the team, you don't need to do it for a film, so, or for a
right?
show. So I say, yeah, skip it in that case.
I would love
Like
to
nobody's
see.
gonna miss it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would Tatiana Maslany could carry the character.
Hmm.
Sure, there could be hints of it, like a
Yeah.
little bit of
Uh,
that back talk
Now,
or those
yeah,
nudges, but we don't need to have the straight I'm
yeah.
deadpan at the camera.
Yeah, and obviously with the She-Hulk show, that was like the core premise of the show is
Yes.
that she's aware that she's in a show.
Right. And that
Or
was
I
cool.
mean,
That was fine.
yeah,
That was fun. I don't want that to
yeah. You,
pigeonhole her into
mhm,
or like kicking her out of the potential of being in other things
yep.
because it puts her in a box if you do that. And
Oh, 100%.
I think you let her breathe out and get out. Let her
Yep.
do her thing.
I yeah, 100% makes sense to me. So for me, it's don't kill her off, but put her in projects where it's just not only her,
Hmm.
so that you maybe do a two wink maximum
Yeah. Yep.
sort of thing. Like it's a consistent part of every time. And you're like, oh, She-Hulk is in it. I wonder when we're going to get that wink to what's happening
Hmm.
or to a little fourth wall break, but it's never going to be huge. It's never going to derail. It's like it's going to be something where they try and drop it into the background more
Yeah.
than it's the defining element of her character.
I'd like to see, yeah, Tatiana Maslany do the character and just act most,
Yes.
like 95% of the time. Because I think that'd be awesome. I think
Yep.
she'd do great. And I think there's lots you can still do with that character. So,
Mhm. All right. So there we have our lists. Honestly, there's a number of the characters I think that we talked about from the reset side of things who could also fall into the category of, yeah, kill them off in Doomsday and Secret Wars because you'll reset them with a different actor.
mhm.
But I do think for some of these characters we're talking about, kill them off. Don't have them come back again for a while. Nobody's going to miss them. And yeah, but it's an interesting conversation to have based off of kind of a rumor that had come out. Did we miss anybody you think that's pretty big, like should fall into the camp of kill them off and just let them stay dead? Let us know that down in the comment section, on the YouTube video, or Greg gave you the ways you can find us on X, Facebook. And we do appreciate everybody who's checking out the podcast. If you're enjoying this content, again, Greg gave a few ways that you can help support us at the beginning. But we also have a Patreon, patreon.com/nerdologists. The funds go to help improve the quality of this podcast, as well as the Malts and Meeples YouTube channel, the 10 Minute Marvel YouTube channel, and nerdologist.com website. Next week, we're going to be doing our rumors, theories, guesses for what we're going to have happen and see at D23. So join us for that. And with that, we will see you next time.
Did, bam.